Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Yes, welcome to Man Unveiled. Good evening, and I'm you, Wisdom, your host. As always, this is a show that is meant to build men, a community of strong men, a community of strong fathers, a community of strong brothers and strong sons. We say that any community, any society that doesn't empower its men is an endangered species. I'm happy that you are there waiting for us. I have a very beautiful panel tonight, and our show tonight is a special edition. What women wished men knew. And I know you are a lady there watching us from your home, from the office, or from wherever else you are watching us from. I want you to write to us and tell us, what is that one thing that you wished, or that you wish your husband or your brother or your father knew? There are a lot of myths, there's a lot of misconceptions. We want to debunk them tonight so that we can also position our men to understand you better. The last time I checked, the book Understanding Women was like this. Nobody have ever read it. So today we are having a nice panel here. Good friends of mine, they will be helping us go through this book, Understanding Women, and what women wished men knew. We'll start with my guest, Tabith. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
I want you to look at this camera, utusalimie, say hi to your family, and yes.
Hello and welcome to this show. My name is Tabith Gathoni, and I want to say hi maybe to my husband. I know he's watching wherever he is, and also my children, and also my friends who are watching us live, either online, on YouTube or Facebook. I want to welcome each and every person, especially men. You are most welcome. We are here to help you to understand these myths that have been there, the misconceptions about women. That is why we are here with my friend Becky. Welcome.
Wow, thank you so much. God bless you, Tabith, for coming. And possibly you can tell us, I know you are a counselor, counseling psychologist. Possibly you can give us a little background of where you are coming from.
Okay, I am a certified Christian marriage coach. Wow. And as a coach, I help couples to not just to survive in their marriages, but to thrive in their relationships and in their marriages. I'm also a counselor. I help people to overcome those self-limiting beliefs so that they can live a life that they deserve. Wow. Yeah, that's what I do.
Wow, thank you. Karibu sana. And I like what you are doing on Facebook, on TikTok.
Thank you.
You are very active.
Thank you.
Actually,
so much.
I must admit that I first met you there.
Thank you.
Becky, a good friend of mine. Yeah. We have shared many platforms. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
This is your camera. Say hi to our viewers.
Hi viewers, and good evening. It's glad to be here, and I'm also learning that there is that big manual for women.
Yes.
I will learn today because I guess women, we are very, very simple and not complicated. My name is Becky Gitau. I'm a gender and mental health expert or specialist, and that is, I was telling some people, I'm celebrating my 19th year in the field of mental health and gender. Wow. Having worked, I think part of my career, I have worked in the area of families, gender, and mental health, and currently I work at the Nairobi Women's Hospital, Gender Violence Recovery Center, looking at issues of gender, and also at the national level, I am supporting the national and the county government in making sure that the policy are there in guiding issues of family, gender, and mental health.
Wow.
So I love the issues of mental health. I love issues of family. I'm very vocal on TikTok on issues of family and mental health and Facebook, because that is why I always tell people I want to see healthy people and healthy families.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Becky. I also like what you're doing, and you are impacting a lot of lives. I was sharing with Tabith, and I was telling her there's a video I watched, and I learned so much about my parenting skills, and there are things I'm now not doing in the house. So anytime you are out there, there is so much that other people are learning. Some of them are silent followers. They'll never comment, but they are learning. So I want to engage our viewer right now. If you are a lady there, I want you to contribute to this show by writing to us and telling us what is that one thing that you wished the men around you knew about you. If you are not married, or if you are married, write to us and tell us what is that one thing that you wished your dad knew, your husband knew, your sons knew, because there's always that wish. And I want to start from where we are. Tabith, what is that one thing that you wished the man around your lives knew? Possibly you can start with the men, because here we are talking generally, not specifically possibly what you are going through in our homes. We are talking about men. Yes.
Okay, maybe possibly what I wish men knew about ladies. One thing, there's a myth that has been generalized, and it has become like it's a fact that women, we love money, and women, when you spoil a lady with the gifts, with too much money, she is good. That is a myth that maybe I would want maybe to explain further. When we talk about gifts and money to ladies, that is usually part of showing us you love us, but that is not really what we need. We don't need that little money from you. But that is something that people has been talking about. So the little thing I would wish men knew is that women, they need to be told, I love you, verbally. Don't buy me flowers. Don't buy me an iPhone so that I can see you love me. I need to hear it from you. Once you tell me verbally that you love me, then let your actions match with your words. Let me see what you are doing is matching with what you are saying. And for an example of matching words with actions, one thing that can make me know that you love me, it's giving me undivided attention. I'm a quality time, what we call quality time. When you come home, don't be on your phone. I need to talk to you. I need to have a conversation with you. Don't come sit there on the sofa, comfortable, you are relaxing. Yes, it's okay to come and relax at home, but I need that time when you've relaxed, but now it's our time. I need to know, how was your day? I need to tell you, how was my day? That quality time, what were the issues that stood out for me? What are the issues stood out for you? That is one thing that we need, to be shown that we are loved. And that is one way that we can match now the verbal, I love you, with now the actions. That is one thing I wish men knew. It's not about the gifts, but say it verbally, then you match with the words. So,
do you mean that we stay with our gifts, but we give you time? Or should they, you know, it's good to understand, because sometimes, again, when there are no gifts, it's like, I'm not feeling you. Yes, you are telling me, they say mkono mtupu haurambwi. Sure. So should there be a balance, or is it that we are biased on giftings, or possibly men think if I buy you gift, if I give you money, that compensates attention or anything else?
I think what we can say about gifts is not every day. It is once in a while.
Wow, that's true.
Maybe during a birthday, or just once in a while to surprise her. But I love you, saying it verbally, it is an every day, every minute.
Okay.
Not just at night. We are most men, let me say from experience, from the conversations I've had with ladies in therapy.
As a therapist, yes.
Yeah. It's like men usually say, I love you at night.
Yes, very strategic. We are very strategic.
Yes.
Yes.
So this I love you, it needs to come during the day. When I'm working, I need to see that text message that I never expected, just to remind me somebody loves me. Wow. That's what we are saying. We need to be told verbally. Wow. Not at night, but anytime.
All right. Yeah. All right. I hear you.
But for the gifts, it's once in a while. Because, you know, gifts you can't buy throughout.
Yeah, that's true.
It's once in a while. But saying it, the verbal part
this is the fuel. This is like the fuel.
Yes. I need to be reminded.
Yeah, yeah. I
have seen ladies complaining that my husband does not love me. And they're very bitter about it. And when you ask them, upon asking some few questions, and they will tell you like, oh, what he does is showering me with the gifts, pouring money on me, but this money is not what I want. I need him. I need him to love me.
Okay, okay. We are coming back to that. We are coming back to that because we are working so hard, very hard out here, and we are bringing you these gifts. And sometimes we feel like they are not being appreciated. So, nasema hata hizo wacha zikae, wacha tuweke maisha free. Becky, what is that you wished that men knew?
Just to ride on what she has said. First of all, women, like I said, they're not complicated.
Yes.
Women need just 4 things. The first thing is assurance.
Wow.
If I feel that I'm assured of this relationship, even as a young girl, assured that my dad is there, you know, women need that assurance. And you know, assurance is more of doing.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'll elaborate later. Women need security. I need to feel secure. And that's why you see
assurance, security.
And that's why you see even with the small boys at home, and I would remind them, you are the man in this house. I may be this older, but my son, who is very young, I'll remind, you are the man. What I'm communicating, you're giving me that security. Women need protection.
Wow.
They need to feel that they are protected. And you know, men are the masculinity in them. So once I feel I'm protected, and then finally, like she said, women need attention. Just 4 things.
Wow.
Whether I am a younger woman, whether I am the daughter, whether I'm the wife, the girlfriend. Because anything that I feel that I'm threatened, I'll start, maybe that is what you say we are complicated, because I'll start acting up. If I feel like my attention is hindered, or there's someone tampering with my attention, or something, like she says, the phone is hindering my attention. Women love attention. And this is nature. It's the way we are wired and created. We love that attention. Just giving me that attention, there's a way a woman feels.
Wow.
That attention and appreciation, feeling I'm assured that this relationship is going this direction, and I can see.
Maybe to understand more and better, this assurance, you said it's coming by the words that a man can speak towards you that time. Now, do you know there are men who go home very early, but they are just in the sitting room? The wife, possibly in this case, is in the kitchen, busy doing things there. By the time dinner is served, many times when a man eats, mahali mwanaume anashibia, hapo ndipo wanarara. Now, trying to wake up this man again to give stories and ask how things were is an uphill task. How do we break?
Let me first do a clarity.
Yes, please.
My sister said,
love
is not only speaking.
Yes.
Let's go back to school.
Yes.
Love is a doing word.
Yes.
So there is doing.
Yes.
So let's remember, it's a doing word.
Yes.
So you can't tell me you love me and you're in your phone.
Okay.
So you can say, you know, like I've been telling some people, we used to call each other dear.
Yes.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
Even in the office. That's how we call each other, even in the office.
Yes.
So does it mean that they love me? So saying should be accompanied by doing.
Yes.
And let me tell you, so many people are living together, but they are not together.
That's true.
They are not together. The fact that you say you'll come home by 6,
Yes.
because that's what Becky says,
Yes.
because that's the rule of the house,
Yes.
is not love.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
The fact that you bring flowers may not even be love. Love is a doing word. Are you giving me that assurance? And assurance means that when I need you, you are there for me.
Okay.
When I'm sick, you're there.
Okay.
You are sharing with me my ups and my downs.
Okay.
You know?
Yes.
And you know, people are different. Let's agree.
Yes.
There are those who are very expressive. That's remember, personalities are we have
Different, yes.
different personality traits. There is a man who very expressive. There are those, they love me, but because of their personality, they are not expressive. Do we say they don't? And they don't know how sometimes to say I love you.
Yeah.
But they are doing things
Okay.
that can tell me
Yeah.
they are giving me security, protection,
Yes.
assurance, and attention.
Does that mean then, Becky, that women should also understand the personality of the men around them? Because there are men, like you're saying, who are not very expressive. So if you wait this man to treat you in this particular way, that's not who he is. Actually, he'll be acting because you want, you know, there are women who would want, like we say, a sense of touch or something like that.
Sure.
They want to be, their hands to be held as you walk. But there's a man who is very shy. There's a man, don't try that at home. If you try to hold his hand, he will be very uncomfortable. Now, should this woman, because that is where misunderstanding comes in.
Yeah.
Because there's a way the woman needs to be treated, and for a man, he's so much far away from that expectation. And this bringing a lot of conflict. So, my question is here, Dr. Becky. My question is right here. How do we balance? Should there also be some understanding coming from you, ladies, through knowing the kind of a man you have and what he can deliver and what he cannot deliver?
Let me tell you now.
Yes.
We are starting up there.
Yes.
All these things
Yes.
are starting
Down
even
there.
down. Because when we are dating,
Yes.
and that's where our problem, all our issues,
Yes.
just like the Bible says, when the foundation are shaky.
Yes.
So our foundation was not very good.
Okay.
Because I entered there faking. He entered faking. And now, the reality comes that this is me. I've never seen my father holding my mom's
Hands.
But for me, I watch soap. You know, for us
Yes,
women, I
yes.
have watched soap opera.
Yes.
I read story. You know, we are very good leading.
Yes, yes.
I see my pastors'
Yes,
marriage, how they
yes.
hold hands, and I want you to hold my hand.
At the imagination part.
Yes.
Also, yes.
And remember, at the beginning, I knew very well the kind of man or the kind of a woman. So I think at the grassroots, at the foundation, we need to understand the kind of a man I am taking. However,
Yes.
I want to, because our topic today is we wish.
Yes.
There are things
yes,
we
the
wish.
Yes.
Women, most of us as women, if not all of us,
Yes, yes.
our love language
Yes.
is expression. It's outer.
Yes. Wow.
You know, men, the love language is. So we want that man who can hold my hand. So I wish men can learn. We want that man who can whisper, I love you, who can give me all that attention. You know, like you come, like she says, you come, switch off your phone
Yes.
and just ask me how my day was.
Yes.
I narrate since I
you
always
left the
report
house and-
the
yes.
office, Ari, from the time I entered, or who even closed over, who even how the traffic was in Kiambu Road, the Gong Road.
Yes.
And I'm sure the man is asking, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I have not even entered to the office.
My goodness.
Then I give you for the office
Yes.
what the accountant said.
And
what-
I'm dozing here now because you know
See,
those
that's
those
how we
are now
love it.
45 minutes.
Attention, that attention.
Now we are coming back there. There are men watching here, and this is what they are saying. Austin M. China Kahara saying that the underlined word is action. Thank you, Reverend Stanley Gure. This is a good friend of mine in Deliverance Church, Theta, Ruiro. And Karaja Rehab, there comes our psychologist, Becky Gitau. Somebody's
I know. She's my fellow daktari from Vista.
Thank you, Rehab, for watching. Says that she's following from Nairobi. Oh, yeah, man. Okay. Then Sifra Kengori watching and learning. There's Rose Kethi, Second Chance, is here watching with us. And our very own, you know her.
Yeah.
And our very own Apostle David Juma, our executive producer, is watching. Thank you, Evangelist Andrew and Joy Joru. Continue watching. We continue having this conversation. The ladies are here and they are speaking it as they are feeling it. And it's good to express these things because we need to know. Some of us, we are not taught how to love.
Exactly.
We are not taught.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
We are not taught. So we need to learn.
Sure.
So it's a try and error thing. And possibly before we go for a break, Tabe, we are talking and Becky she has mentioned something to do with expressing, and you want this time. You want me to listen to all these stories you have, and I am tired. I've been running up and down. I've been in Grogon. I had a car breakdown somewhere, and you want me to give you 1 hour listening to you, and you are telling me jam this that, and surely are you not expecting too much? Can't you understand that?
That is something that you men usually say.
Yes.
That we are expecting too much.
Yes.
They are tired.
Yeah.
But I want to say, marriage is work.
Yeah.
Just like the way you are just from work, you have done so many things. You are so you are tired.
Yes.
The same thing, marriage is work, and it requires you to be intentional about it. Once you commit about it, I have liked what Becky has said. We need commitment. Then after you commit yourself, you have to be intentional about making it work. So marriage can't just work. Most people usually just assume things will just flow. Once I have that beautiful girl, I bring her home, things will just work out on their own. But marriage is work. We need to be intentional about it. And that is part of it. When you are feeling tired, you need to know, this is my marriage. I need to give my wife, I need to give this girl attention. I need to give her time.
And how comes that when people are dating, they usually have all this time? They have time to go out for dates and talk a lot of sweet nothings. Yeah. And again, now when it comes to marriage, when you settle down in marriage, I think now it dawns to a man that I must look for money. I must settle in life. Someone said that, I don't know whether you agree with that person, said that women don't think so much about the future. Or women think so much about the future before they get married. Before they get, any single lady watching us is thinking so much about what the future holds. They think a lot. Men don't think about the future when they are not married.
Yeah.
So when marriage happens, there is that exchange. The man now starts thinking about the future because there is another creation in his house, all right? And the woman relaxes because it's like now there is someone who is now running.
Security.
Security is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that now that I'm the one holding the baton, okay? Would it be fair if you expect so much from me in terms of emotional support and all this? Because you are saying you need me every time, you need me there, you need me to do this. Don't you think that you are unfair with all this manner of expectation? And you also expect me to be very, very, very aggressive in the marketplace. Lazima nikibizane na wanaume wengine, because at some point you tell me kwa nini wewe sio kama wanaume wengine? So and so alijenga nyumba, so and so walibadilisha gari. Are those things that are there, or they are my own creation? Men are telling me to ask those questions.
Joe, I'm hearing you so well. And when you say I am expecting too much when I tell you I need your time,
yes,
I get you so well. But remember, we are saying marriage is work.
Yes.
So we need to balance this, the other work you are doing. You are trying to hustle, you are trying to think about the future, trying to see how you can invest maybe for your children, or for your family. At the same time, you need this marriage to work.
Yes.
You've heard people saying, my marriage failed. Myself, I usually say it is not marriage that fails, it is people that fails. You fail to balance your work and your marriage. Marriage, it's a separate entity. What you need is to create time.
Yeah.
You need time to rest because you're a human being, you're not a machine.
Yeah.
And you need time to connect with your wife. And also you need time to connect with your children.
Yes.
Once you commit to be a parent, the same thing. You are creating time for your wife, you are creating time for your children.
Wow.
So I don't know whether now it's clear when you say I'm expecting too much.
Yeah.
Maybe, for example, you can set aside, once I come from work, maybe I can rest for some time, we can have supper together as a family. Then when kids are asleep, I need just 1 hour with my wife to catch up before we sleep, before we even go to bedroom, just to catch up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So men, 1 hour to catch up.
Yes.
There are men who are running away already. That 1 hour, there are men who are already running away. But I think we are enjoying the show here on Elevate, and I want you to talk to another man, to another lady who is watching us. Please talk to your friends. Extend this show to your friends. Let them hear what they need to do. Supposing, you might be saving a marriage, you might be saving a relationship, and that is why we are here every Wednesday. Because we want every man to be engaged. We want every man to know his position. When a man knows his position, the family is safe.
Sure. I agree with you.
Yes, when man takes his position, the family is safe. I want us to go for a short break. But before that, I want to acknowledge Teacher Margaret. Thank you all the way from Nakuru. Teacher Margaret is one of my moms. I love this lady. She has been there for me. Linus Joe, loving this. When you hear my wife saying she's loving this, you can imagine 1 hour is already pinned somewhere. And Kevin Washuka, love the conversation. Sifira Kingori, nothing works. It's made to work. Marriage being one. So he says that I agree that marriage is work, but it works. That is positive self-talk by Raham Karaja, doctor. Then there's Mwagi Kenneth Kamau. He says that concurring with this, that what is happening, you are rubber stamping what we did in our couple seminar last Sunday. Reverend Ken, RGC Marabathika. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ken. This Pastor Ken. God bless you so much. Then Dennis Wafura Sugoi, watching, very nice and educative. There are people who are watching. Wilberforce Wanyonyi, great conversation, and they are following us. The reason why I'm reading this is because they are part of this conversation, and we can't move this show without their support.
Sure.
We are coming back in a short while. Talk to a man, talk to a woman, let them stay connected and have this conversation going.
There's no nation, no town, no city without fathers.
Being a Holy Spirit-driven church is New Testament.
The quality of the message, it was based in Acts chapter 2.
And I took my Bible and I went from street to street. Is anybody dead here?
We never met those miracles a reason to appeal for money or to be known. No.
Tracing the Mantles is a program whose core is to identify mantle carriers from our fathers.
That Catholic woman stood and he was sliding everywhere. He said, oh yes, now this is the black Catholic woman.
But these are not only mantles, but spiritual authorities that have paid the cost, stood the test of time.
You are given 6 hours to leave the country.
And made lots of sacrifices for the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Many of us invested in the school, college, university ministry.
But these are not only mantles, but spiritual authorities.
One of the things that bring revival in this country is the power of the Holy Spirit, the presence of the Holy Spirit.
Catch Tracing the Mantles every Sunday from 8:30, hosted by Pastor Zunda Juma, only on Elevate TV.
Wow, welcome back. We say 2 minutes and we are back here and we want to appreciate your support. Messages are coming fast and furious. People are writing to us. I can see some comments here. Hi, your show is very timely. One thing I wish men knew is that we are more of emotional than logical beings. Kuna mtu amefungua roho. You ladies, if you don't open up your hearts, your minds right now, if you don't open up your hearts right now, mfungue roho, you remain silent the rest of your life. This is a show for you to open up and say what you feel like you need to say. He says that we communicate a lot about our love through emotional connections. We wish men would touch our hearts before they hold our hands. Winnie. Wow. This is Winnie. I didn't know this is Winnie. Winnie is one of my friends. Wow, this is wow, this is Gerard watching from Gong. I'm really blessed. Go to Tabitha Gathoni, the Catholic marriage coach. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Go, Tabitha Gathoni, the Catholic marriage coach. Gabriel Nganga watching from Roiro. Thank you. We want to come back to you, Becky. Now, what is that other thing that you just wish that men knew?
Let me tell men something.
Yes.
Women love leadership. They want someone who can read them.
Okay.
Someone who can tell them this is the way.
Uh-huh.
Someone who even questions.
Okay.
Sometimes men have this misconception
yes.
that we don't want to be read or we don't want to be asked where we are.
Yes.
Actually, we love that. We love, because that makes us feel this person is concerned, is giving me attention. Let me come to the question of leadership.
Yes.
If you show me leadership, I will follow.
All right.
But you have to show me and act it.
Okay.
But not tell me this is the way and you're not passing.
Not promises.
And you're not even showing me this is where it is reading. You're just saying, I am the leader here. But you're not telling me where it is. Because what happens, if you don't show me that leadership, I'll take over.
All right.
I'll take over because...
And that's the other fear we have.
But show me, we follow religiously. Show me, act, and move. I will follow you very well. And sometimes, not sometimes, I wish men can just know.
Yes.
We want to hear that voice.
Yes.
What are you doing? Why are you doing it like this?
Yes.
You know? It tells us that you're concerned.
Men, there's a bugger point here. Men, I think men should be clapping here because ladies here are telling me that they want to hear that voice.
Yes.
And I can agree. I can agree. There was a time we were doing a program together with my wife. And I used to be very hard on her and she used to align. So I agree.
So what we think in our head, if you see this man is not concerned, it's not even concerned if I'm wearing, maybe I'm half naked and you're not even concerned, there is a message you're sending to me.
Yes.
That probably you're somewhere else. But when you're this concerned, what time are you coming?
Yes.
Because that shows me that there is leadership in that house. And you'll hear women, let me tell men, we are seated somewhere and we are like, what? Baba Furani doesn't want me to be out at this time. And we feel good even when we say that. But now, if we're just seated there, and that's a whole problem I'm having with the younger generation of men.
Yes.
Because when we sit with them, and they know themselves in therapy room and in support group, they are becoming the other version of a woman. Oh, my woman said they are going for 3 days, and you're not questioning.
Yes.
So you have shown that woman. You see, another thing as women, if you show me you are this relaxed, you don't question, we take over and we do what we want.
Thank you. And that has been a concern because there are so many families that have gone wrong. There are so many families that are broken right now because the man took the back seat.
Yes.
And the woman took the lead. And that is not God's order.
Yeah.
And we are not talking about dictatorship here.
No.
We are talking about the man, as you've clearly put it,
leadership.
Leading.
Yeah.
The man showing direction. And it's not about superiority. It's about seniority. The man is the head. And therefore, he gives direction. I think that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Maybe
and before we say that,
yes.
If this man, if you see these successful organizations and companies,
yes,
there must be someone who is showing the way.
Oh, yes.
Two people cannot read.
I agree.
Two people cannot read.
Yes.
And there must be a vision bearer.
That's true.
And by the way the family is set up. And I know there are those who are saying, what about where there are no men? Today we are talking to men.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
that's, true. That's our conversation.
Yeah. When now, and if this man does not bear or carry that vision, it will be carried by everyone, including the mother. We will carry it, and you will not like it when we carry.
Wow. I like what you've said, Becky, that you cannot have two heads. Actually, someone said that the only thing that has two heads is a monster. So there must be a leader. And leaders here are saying they are ready to follow, as long as there's a clear direction of where you want to go. So, as a man out there, the message here is clear, loud and clear. You must explain to your wife, by use of a diagram, where you are taking her. Tabi, what is that thing that you feel that every man needs to know about women?
Maybe I would want first to add about leadership. When they are leading, they have that vision.
Yes.
Can they also lead us spiritually?
Okay.
This issue, a woman wakes up, prepares children, you go to church, especially the younger generation,
yes,
the 40s, 30s, and you are left sleeping as a man. How are you leading? We need you to wake me up, tell us we are getting late for the service, we are getting late for mass. So lead us in all areas.
Yes.
Show us where we are headed as a family, and also show us where we need to go spiritually as a family. That is an aspect most men are feeling, and it feels so frustrating when a woman is the one trying to bring children together to pray, when the man is just there, or even maybe he is absent. So lead in all areas. So then I come to the other point. I would say I wish men would know how we love attention. You know, being keen on what we want. Sometimes there's somebody who has commented there that sometimes we communicate emotionally.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't talk verbally. As much as I encourage women to express themselves, maybe tell your man what you need. Sometimes it does not happen. It is very good as a man to pay attention to your woman. Know when maybe when she says, maybe she is preparing to go somewhere, and then she asks you, how do I look? Hey, my belly is so big. I don't like my stomach. That lady already knows her stomach is big. She just wants you to affirm her, to tell her, tell her, I love you the way you are. She is communicating to you to confirm.
Not tell you the truth.
No, don't tell her to go to gym. She knows she needs to go to gym. Don't tell her to work out.
Okay.
She knows.
Okay.
Other times she can tell you, maybe I'm going to salon.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah.
She is telling you, I need some money to go to salon, but she's not able to. Okay. We encourage them to express themselves. Ask for what you want. Yeah. We encourage them to express themselves, but sometimes it does not happen. Yes. So if it does not happen, as a man, if you love that woman, it means you care. Yeah. Now caring is now going beyond and foresee what this woman needs tomorrow and provide today.
Wow.
So that is what I can say. We love that attention. Pay attention to what we need. What we need today, provide yesterday.
Hey, okay. There you are being hard on us, but we appreciate what you need today. We should have provided it yesterday.
Exactly, because you are there to love us.
Yes.
And love is caring. Okay. If you care for me, you should anticipate my needs. Sometimes there's a way we act, and you will know what we want.
What if you act like everything is okay? How should I know?
Yes, I like that, and let me come from that.
Yes.
Sometimes.
How often should
That's
I
why
know?
there is someone who wrote that women, we are emotional.
Yes.
And in our head, we expect you to read our mind.
Yes, okay.
You know? Like you should know that this is what I want.
Yes.
When I am quiet na staki kuongea and I'm mad, you should know I am what you did yesterday. You should know.
And maybe I'm not even there. Maybe
I know.
Yes.
That's a whole difference between men and
Yes.
women.
Yes.
Because women, we have a certain bank in our head where we deposit all good and bad things.
Yes.
And in most cases, we withdraw bad things most of the time.
Yes, yes.
That's a bank, and every woman has a bank. Can tell you, during our dating in 1968, when you were wearing that white T-shirt,
you called me a
you
domestic
said
animal.
this about me, and here is my husband trying to think, okay, wait a minute,
when was that?
What did I say?
Yes.
But me, I can tell you vividly, even what you are wearing. And that is women for us. Sometimes I tell men, there are things that you need to learn to ignore, because that is the way we are wired. Like that bank is there, that we deposit things.
All those records.
Oh, yes. And we only that you think we only deposit bad records, we do bad and good.
You are very good in record keeping. I think every woman should be an accountant.
No, we have a bank.
Yes. Maybe on that, because I've had actually many men complain that the woman will say so many things and they are not even giving you time to respond. And men feel, then why are you telling me? You come telling me this is what I'm thinking. You give me a problem, then you offer a solution and I'm there stranded. Then why were you telling me this?
Because I'm a woman. Anyway.
I want to get to that.
Yes.
Sometimes we just want to talk. We don't want a response. I just want you to be there, listen to me. Just listen. I just want to pour my heart. Remember, we are saying we are emotional.
Yes.
So sometimes I just want to talk. I talk. Listen. Don't offer solutions. Sometimes I even have solutions, but I just want somebody to just be there, listen to me, and I'll be good.
Wow, Moses Kenyanjui watching from Boston, Massachusetts. Becky Gitau, keep up the good work. Wow.
Thank you. He's my friend.
Wow, great. Rose Kathy, second chance. Wow, great lessons there. This girl Tabith, so proud. You people had done a lot of campaign. Evangelist Andrew, this is my friend. In marriage, the man is the leader. The wife is the manager. If the man takes backseat, that's an institution without leadership. Then when the leadership is not leadership, the manager gets frustrated and confused.
Yes.
There's a point there.
Yes.
Thank you, Pastor Andrew. Simon wa Amaria Properties. Next time, I would suggest we have a man also to react on the issue raised by great women. We'll have a men edition. So this purposely, I want you men. Simon, stop complaining. Hata hatujamaliza show and you are starting complaining. What I want you to do is to take notes. Today is the day for men to take notes.
Sure.
And to hear. And we don't want men to react. We want them to work on that information. What you do with this information is up to you. I'm also learning because I'm a man. Kevin Washuka loved this conversation. Then he's saying, that women talk 25,000 words in a day.
Yes.
Men 12,500. Half.
Yes.
Men need to listen with the right attitude in order to understand us. That's a woman speaking.
Yeah.
We hear you, please. Paul Kiru, great conversation. George Kemani, the bank issue, something to watch out. Wow. Geshoke mother, hapo kwa what we want today should have been provided yesterday has made my day. Anyway, we have so many people watching. We appreciate all your support. And we are here looking at what women wished men knew. And we want to talk about this because there are so many people who feel frustrated.
Yeah.
But their frustrations are just ending up being frustrations. Because nobody is telling the man what is expected of him. Sometimes we sit there thinking that you should know. Today is your day as ladies. And if you want a second edition, I will give you. Because I feel this conversation is not just a conversation. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of building marriages and relationships that is happening. And possibly, Becky, we would want also to know, now the aspect of leadership is here. The man has taken his position as a leader. Is that all?
No, and maybe we also need to let the man know that leadership is not dictatorship. Okay?
What do you expect of the leadership?
So I'm expecting that you are showing me this is the way, you are reading me, and then I'm coming
Okay.
To give the support.
Okay.
And I'm following. I'm not just following, of course, just like a follower and writing.
Yes.
I'm also following with action.
Yes. You are actively participating.
Yes. And somebody said there that women are like managers.
Yes.
So we have the executive director. For example, where I work, there's the executive director.
Yes.
I'm a manager of a certain unit.
Yes.
So
and the CEO, the person who runs.
Yes. So I come as a manager, as the technical person.
Wow.
Mtu wa mkono, but technical.
The one implementing this.
Yes. My work is to implement and even to tell you.
Wow.
I think if we implement it this way, you said something which is not very correct.
Yes.
That women, we don't see future. We see very far.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll tell you, if I'm going to implement it this way, this may not go the right way.
Yes.
Because I have experience. Remember, I am the manager. The manager ni mtu wa mkono.
Yes.
So knows what is happening with the kids, what is happening. Of course, I'm speaking to so many women, men there. Yeah. So I have a lot of, allow me, even me as a manager, to contribute. Wow. That does not mean I'm disrespecting you. Yeah. That does not mean I'm questioning your leadership.
Yes.
I'm only contributing.
Wow. Wow.
And you have never seen...
You are adding value.
Oh, yes. And sometimes men feel like we are threat.
Yes.
I wish they can know when we are bringing our contribution, we are doing what you're saying. We are adding value to this relationship. So allow me, as you read, act, show me the way, and I will actively support.
I like that. I think what the two wonderful ladies here are saying is that as a man, as a leader, you must show the woman her place in that vision so that she can support, she can actively participate in fulfilling it. Possibly, I want to come to Tabith. Tabith, there are women who are very aggressive. There are women who want to overtake men. There are women, actually, when you go even for family gatherings, the man is silent. And the woman is everywhere in general and not her in particular. Now, how do you... and sometimes men might feel intimidated because the woman is doing the talking. The man feel like the woman is the man in this house. Actually, when people visit, they think the woman is the man in the house. How do we handle that? Because some men will opt to take the back seat. Then huyu wacha yeye afanye mambo zake. And she don't take instruction. There are women who are very unruly. There are men who are, we have seen them even in counseling. Actually, they come for counseling and the woman will tell the man, we nyamaza, hakuna kitu unajua. You know, and it's like, how do we handle that as a man? Because I want to lead, but I don't feel like I'm being given an opportunity to lead.
No, that one mostly can be an issue to do with the personality.
Yes.
When somebody is so aggressive, there are those people who can be aggressive such that they even undermine the other person.
Yes.
So this comes before you get married.
Yes.
It is very good to go for premarital counseling.
Yes.
So that you can be able to understand each other, your personality and your partner's personality. That way you know how to blend. Otherwise, if you're a man and you get married to an aggressive lady, and mostly they are usually opposite attracts in marriages. So when you get an aggressive lady, you'll find a laid back man. So a laid back man will feel like this woman wants to overtake me. What this calls for, letting or allowing yourself to understand this woman.
Okay.
And also this woman, you need to understand the man. You need to understand your position. It is not good even if you are aggressive. Naturally you are aggressive, you are a go-getter. You don't wait for things. You don't wait for things to happen. You go a step ahead of them. So it is good you understand yourself so that at least you give this man who is somehow laid back, give him a chance to lead.
I want you to look at this camera and talk to a woman who is very aggressive, and how possibly and a woman who feels like the man is slow. You know, there are men who are slow. There are men who take time, a lot of time before they make a decision. A lot of time, maybe you give them this opportunity, they take a whole month before they implement it, and you feel like this opportunity is going, and I must do what I must do. I want you to talk to that woman so that she can know how to take her position and how to go about it without making the man feel like he is a nobody in the house.
Okay.
Yes, please talk to that woman.
I want to say, if you realize that you are more aggressive, you are a woman, you are more aggressive than your man, it is very important to know that we are all different. We have different personalities. And most likely when you are aggressive, you'll find your man is laid back. So he is not as aggressive as you are. So your work is not to outshadow him or to outdo him. Yours, it's to always remember you are a helper, to help him, not to lead him. So you should take your position and try as much as possible to study him. What does he need? How can I help him so that he can reach where I want us we reach? Maybe there's something you can see that he can't see. How can I help him? Sometimes you may find yourself even doing more as a woman, but that does not mean you try to show this man he is doing less. He is still taking his position as the leader. Only that you are aggressive, he is laid back. And there are marriages that are like that and they have worked. But where the lady is not able to take their position to be number 2, they make that man feel like I'm less a man. They feel like they damage their ego. So this man will never feel like I'm a man enough. So it is very good to give a man a chance to lead. Think about how you can help him, not how you can overtake him.
Wow, I like
not
that.
Overtaking, but helping him to be. Your work is a helper. You are placed in that man's life by God to help him become what God intended him to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is also very true. If a woman is a helper, he can help the man succeed very well. Equally important to know that she can also help that man feel very well.
Yeah.
Becky, I want you to look at this camera and talk to that woman. And possibly, no, I want you to talk to that man who feels very insecure because he has this woman who is very empowered, a career woman, a woman who is able to take children for an outing without asking any money from him, a woman who is able to change the furnitures of the house without involving the man. Actually, the man gets into the house and is like, is this my house? I want you to talk to that man because there are women who have built their marriages, their houses, and many things, and the man feel like, where am I in this relationship? Talk to that man.
So this is what I want to say, Joe.
Yes.
First and foremost, I think we are dealing with the fruits and not the roots.
Yes.
Because when we get there, I can tell you for sure, there is a problem with that relationship. And by the time I overtook, and because by the time I bring furnitures in my house, I have disrespected that man.
Okay.
And he allowed me.
That is without his knowledge.
Yes, without his knowledge. If I am the one taking the kids out and I even don't inform him, that is a high level disrespect. That tells you that the roots of that relationship is airing. That's a marriage that is coming to an end.
Wow.
Because they can't speak the same language. So the leadership of this man disappeared. And when a man, men are
egocentric.
Yes, they have the ego. So when the ego of a man, even a small boy, is diminished, that man is no longer a man. And so he will be a laid back man who will be watching, very frustrated and very helpless and hopeless.
Tunaitanga mpenzi mtazamaji.
Mpenzi mtazamaji. But now the question is, and I'm asking these young men, when did we get to that level? When did the voice of a man go? Because I think I'll get it back to the man. Because the moment you removed your voice, that was your undoing.
Wow.
When you cannot talk in that house and the wife listens, your children listens, or your neighbor, that was you are undoing.
Wow.
So this is what I'm going to tell that man as we come to that. Please take back your voice.
Wow.
Take it back, not fighting.
Yes.
Take back your voice, and from today, you say, I am the head of this family. Say it 3-4 times and act. And women, we only want to be shown.
Wow.
And we are going to follow.
And we are going to align.
Oh yes, we will align to your voice.
Wow. My sincere appreciation for us. Our time is gone and I don't know what we can say, but I would suggest in front of this camera that we do this show possibly another time because we have only scratched the surface. there's so much that we have not done. A lot of questions here, and I might not be able to read all the questions here and comments, but allow me, because of time, possibly, to say that we'll do this show, we continue with this show, possibly next time, God willing, so that we can also have a man edition, men now speaking and saying what is expected of them and why they behave the way they behave and what they wish women knew about them. So kindly tell us where you can be found shortly, please. Where can we find you?
Okay, I'm on Thika Road, Blessed House, opposite Garden City. Blessed House is next to Astro Petrol Station. That is where I am. And maybe you can get in touch with 0723-818382.
Wow, thank you. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook, Tabith Gathoni Nganga, and I'm also on TikTok. Yes.
Tabith Gathoni Nganga.
Yes.
Thank you. Becky, where can we find you?
You can find me in any Nairobi Women's Hospital. Okay. But to speak to me, just go to Facebook, Becky Gitau, TikTok, Becky Gitau, YouTube, Becky Gitau. And we're gonna connect.
Wow, and I'm your host, Joe Wisdom, in all social media handles, Wisdom Talks or Joe Wisdom Talks. Thank you so much. Have a good night. God bless you. Thank you for hanging and being part of this show. See you next time.
See you.
Nico Works Now Trust is a program that comes to you on Elevate TV every Friday at 7:30 p.m. In this program, we dwell into the journey of small and micro enterprises in the country.
Tulikuwa tunafulia watu manguo, wengine walikuwa wameandikwa house girls, lakini saa hii tumetoka hapo.
You can get the story from domestic workers to people handling 150,000 shillings per month.